I've always been on the ground chipping balls. Okay, so Discord shit, Skype shit, Mass Effect looks like shit, welcome to fucking Overshot.
There is an intro.
Best fucking intro ever right now, because I'm really pissed with what's just happened. I haven't even finished the intro. I'm your host, Scott. Today I'm joined by the cheapest yet most reliable rent boy available, Chris.
Yes!
And today we're just going to get into talking about shit. But one good thing that's come out of it is I found my Gravity Rush 2 with Nier. Oh my god, I love that game. It's addictive.
Oh, okay. That's good. Just so everybody understands why Scott is so angry, we have been spending the last 50 minutes trying to start this episode. Discord on Firefox would not work nice with my microphone for me. And then he suggested that we do Skype, and I said sure. And then he downloaded Skype, tried to uninstall it, it crashed his PC, took 20 minutes for that to fix, and now we're here.
And then I had to update Windows while turning my PC back on, and then it decided to update my antivirus. And all this is happening today, the only day we can actually record this fucking thing, and everything's going to shit.
And, you know, all of that as well. So, you know.
Today's not a good day. This is going to be the most rambling podcast, and it's the official launch of the fucking thing.
Sure.
Ugh.
Start as you mean to continue.
What, just...
Anyway, let's keep with some sort of topic. You enjoy Nier.
Oh, Nier Automata, one of the best games I've ever played. I'm loving that thing. The music, the visuals, the gameplay. Oh my god, you need to play it.
I'll be honest, the only thing I've ever seen of it is I know it's Japanese because the blonde girl is wearing a gothic style, very skimpy...
Oh, Gothic Lolita.
Short... Yeah, that's the style of it. So, just looking at her, I'm thinking, I don't need to know who the developers are. It's Japanese. And I assume she has a long sword and defeats robots.
Yeah, she has two swords. But you're on about that. In fucking Gravity Rush, she wears a skin-tight leotard.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying it's negative. I'm just saying, oh yeah, that's Japanese.
And the best bit is, if you self-destruct, you remove your skirt.
Even better. I mean, I'm a big fan of the Japanese paradox of repression and kinkiness.
Can you remember when JRPGs used to look like normal games and not Weeaboo's Wet Dreams?
That was back when it looked like pixelated, or like, not pixelated, but pixel art anime. Like
I was in Final Fantasy VII.
I don't know.
Everything was clearly polygons. But yeah, you need to play Nier. Oh my god. I love the first game in the series because of the story and everything. And one of the things that series has, which not many other, a new game plus is a new game plus more. You get additional story, maybe a different perspective of a character. And this has got it. And it's got the worst ending ever, which I fucking hated in the original. There's a certain ending where you can delete all your saves. And it genuinely goes through and finds every save you've got for that game, and it deletes them.
So when you say the worst ending, it's not, here is one ending, and it's terribly written, like Mass Effect. It's genuinely a genuine multiple choice that has
I wouldn't say a genuine multiple choice. No, I would say it's, well, every ending in Nier's a bad ending. Nier's never got a good ending. Like, the game series it spun off from... Spoiler! Fuck that, I'm talking about this.
You just said it's a great game, I should play it because of the story, and now you're giving me the endings.
No, I'm just saying there's never a good ending. If you look at any of this... Well, Yoko Taro's endings, every canon game ending is a bad ending.
Alright.
There has never been a good ending coming out of his work. And you spoiled fucking Mass Effect 3 for me because you told me I beat it.
That wasn't a spoiler, you beat it. I don't think that counts as a spoiler.
Yes, it fucking does, because I could have lived in ignorance.
But you actually beat the game, you know the ending, you just didn't know what was the ending.
Stop laughing. It's not fucking funny.
Oh, it still makes me laugh. Anyway, Nier, we can't keep going back to Mass Effect every fucking episode.
Yes, we can. This is the Mass Effect podcast.
Oh, Jesus.
No, it will never be that. Because I've seen so much of the new game, and I don't want it.
The only thing I've seen is, like, the first 2 hours.
Yeah, and I do not want it.
Alright, anyway, is there anything more to talk about Nier, or are we just going to shit on Andromeda for the next hour?
Both sound good. And anyway, you and Mitch have your own topics. Anyway, we discussed this. We're going to have 5 topics we each want to speak about. I spoke about Nier, and then you're going to meant to come in with your topic. I've spoke about Nier, said it's the best game that's ever been made, and now it's your turn. So your topic.
Okay, my topic is Happy Brexit Day! Today of recording is the day.
This is not a political podcast.
I just want to shit on your politicians. I'm not being political.
I'm against the fucking thing, so everything they do is going to piss me off.
Yeah, exactly. And you're already angry, so...
Yeah, but I'm angry, and it's making me angrier because I've already started off angry. Then you put on the angry. And then, where do we go from here? It's a donut of angry.
Yeah.
It's a hateful donut.
Vortex. Yeah. Oh, a hateful donut.
Yeah, with a sort of evil filling.
Just glazing of hatred and bile.
Yeah, it's filled with scream cheese.
Oh, okay. Okay, my genuine topic then. Genuine topic.
Yeah, well, Nier wasn't a genuine topic. It's just something I wanted to talk about because it's the greatest game that's ever made.
Okay, so last time we talked about, I can't remember how much of it, but we talked about Horizon Zero Dawn. At the time, it was recently released. At this stage, I've completed it twice.
Yes, I know. That's all I see you playing.
I've moved on back to Rocket League.
That's something I want to talk about.
I assume you've played the through the story at least once.
What, Horizon? No.
You've not finished the story of Horizon?
No, because Nier came out.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Sequel, though, because there is an unwritten rule within the industry, gaming industry nowadays, that any large franchise is a franchise. There is no one-offs. There is no... I mean, Last of Us would have been the perfect. Here is one story, and there's a part 2 coming out next year. So, Horizon is going to get a sequel.
I hate it when they do that. Just because the game's got a big enough fan base and everything like that, it doesn't need a sequel.
It's not that. No, it's not that. It's not that. They genuinely, in the industry, do not allow a first-party AAA game to come out unless sequels are feasible. Like, they don't plan for them to be sequels. They sort of do. But they need to have a multiple game franchise possible.
Yes.
For it to be a one game series. If it's a one game series, then it was a failed series. It did not launch. And it's stuff like Kingdoms of Amalur. But if it's a first party guerrilla games for the PlayStation, then it's gonna be multiple games, and that's just part of the industry. So a sequel is happening. Shut up.
Yeah, I can
sequel is happening.
Kingdoms of Amalur was actually a really good game if you actually sat down and played it.
I did. They spoke about weaving and the fabric of the universe a lot, and then Skyrim came out. So it was, or was it Skyrim? Or was it... Anyway, it was poorly timed in its release, and I played something else. But my Horizon sequel wish list is 1, something that you wanted while we were both in the middle of playing the game, and just 3 things that I think this would make the franchise just overall better. The thing that both of us wanted while we were playing the game?
Mm-hmm.
Flying mounts.
I wasn't... Yeah, that would have been kind of cool if you could actually fly on a Stormbird.
I say this because another game that's coming out this year, which is a sequel, which had the ability to dominate monsters in the first game, is adding flying mounts in its sequel. Mordor, Shadow of War. The sequel to Mordor, Shadow of Mordor. Middle Earth Shadow of Mordor was the original.
Which was a
Middle Earth,
really good game.
It was. Not exactly canonical as they were describing, but that's another thing for another thing. But the sequel that's coming out this year you can fly fire-breathing dragons, and in Horizon, I want to be able to dominate a Glinthawk and fly around, or a Stormbird and fly around and shoot lightning. That would be fucking cool.
If that did happen, I'd want it to be endgame, though.
Oh, absolutely. I don't want it to be like a cinematic thing. I want it to be like in Middle-earth Shadow of War. You dominate the monster, and you be able to mechanically fly a flying creature with elemental breath weapons. I want that in Horizon.
I totally understand what you mean, but like I say, I'd want that to be endgame or something that you get later on. I didn't mean in-game cutscene. No, I want it to be endgame.
No, I thought you said in-game, not end game.
No, I
thought you said...
I meant that's what I meant, end game. I want it to be something you get later on, because otherwise, that's going to be a bit OP.
Oh yeah, it'll be like the last of a skill tree that you get level 20 or 30.
Yeah, sort of like in Far Cry Primal, that's when you actually get to ride your big mounts. When you've played quite a bit of the game and you've actually got to level up. I've said a lot, that's doing my head in.
Yeah, this flying mount for Horizon and for Shadow of War, I don't expect this to be, oh, hey, you just finished the tutorial, here's a dragon to dominate the world. It's not going to be like that.
No, but admit you would be happy in your pants if that did happen.
Oh, absolutely. I'd be like, yes, I'm a dragon rider. Fuck the world. But mechanically...
You could beat the tutorial. I am the master of dragons.
Yes.
Feel my erection.
And now you're on the penis watch.
No, I said erection. I never said cockwatch. That is your segment.
Any fucks. That is one thing that that's in my wish list for Horizon sequel. The next...
Flying dragons.
Flying dragons, modular armor. The armor in Horizon looked cool so long it was of the light and medium variety.
Yeah.
Every heavy armor with this giant ass skull or metal whatever on the headpiece looked stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Plain and simple. There was one that she just literally had like what looked like nappy on her head. I swear to God, one of the later game heavy variants of the armor, it looked like this leather, almost Viking-esque leather armor with metal plates, sort of like scale mail armor, and then on the head she was just wearing a nappy that is strapped to the back of her head. It looked
if you're American,
so
that's diaper.
Stupid. Yeah, if you're wrong in English, it's that. But it just looks so stupid. So in the next one, have the torso, the undershirts, the arm, the legs, the boots, and good-looking headpieces. Not just headpieces, but make them look good.
Yeah, I like the actual idea of modular armor. You defeat an enemy, you can potentially take a piece from it. That's actually a really cool idea. Not many games do that. Where you actually nearly said it again. Not many games do it where you can defeat something and power yourself up. Like in Horizon, you could kind of put buffs on your weapons, but you couldn't really make yourself defensive against what you wanted to unless you bought an armor set that kind of had it. It wasn't something you got to pick. It was just a case of, this is the armor, here you go. An RNG element to the modular armor would actually be kind of cool. Kinda.
Well, yeah, have as many different variants as there were in the game, but have them be interchangeable, so you could get the fire resistance from one torso, plus the cold resistance from one headpiece, plus the shock resistance from another, and the corruption from another, and just stealth abilities. Now, there was a bunch of different attributes to the armor and to the game, but because only one entire outfit basically had one resistance or one benefit, you were either constantly changing different outfits, or you just didn't give a shit and you just played aggressively.
You got the endgame armor, didn't you?
I got the force field ones, yeah.
Isn't that like Assassin's Creed where you need to get all the keys to get it?
Sort of, yeah. There was only 5 of them.
What is that actually like? I said it again. What is that arm like? Because I've heard it's a bit OP.
Do you not like saying actually?
No, it's doing my head in because I've said actually a lot now.
Alright, so, well, it actually, now you've got me fucking saying it. It does give you...
You want to say actually, don't you?
Shut up.
Come to the dark side, we have love actually.
I hate you now, that's in my head. It does provide you a force field which depletes before you start losing health, and that's on a recharge once you're not taking any damage. And the aesthetics of it is pretty good because it sort of ties into the original Nora tribe outfit. The only thing aesthetically that I don't like about it is every 2 seconds it shimmers like force field armor. I'm like, if they just toned that down so that it's once every minute and not once every second, I think it would look better. Just because it's distracting to me.
I wouldn't want it even once every minute. I'd want it only in battle, because then it shows you what it's doing.
Well, it does. It changes color from blue to red, showing you how depleted it is. But yeah, if it takes damage and the holographic panels then show up, then that would be better. But it's actually a good... It is a good armor.
Yes!
It actually is a good armor. Yeah, fuck you. I said it. I wanted to say it.
You didn't want to say it.
And the next thing that I would want in a sequel, and this is something that I talked with a friend about.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get to the story mission where what's-his-butt Silence saves you from the Sun Ring?
I haven't got that far, but
okay. So
go ahead.
There's a point in the game. There's a point in the game where you were in a gladiator match versus a corrupted behemoth, and in a cutscene after defeating that, Silence comes in riding a mount. He throws a spear onto the ground, and he has a lure on his spear that brings in 3 Ravagers, and they do their business. Aloy and Silence run off into the horizon and let the Ravagers go and kill the people in the Sun Ring, the gladiator arena.
Guerrilla Games did say they don't want to make it so you can control the animals.
That's what I want in the sequel. Not so much control, but if you can dominate a mount, I see no reason why in the next one you can create a craftable, consumable, grenade-like lure that requires that you either take down a specific creature, like you need to have a certain number of Watcher hearts or a certain number of Grazer hearts or Ravager hearts or a shit ton of Thunderjaw hearts, but also have in the lure require the small, medium, or large machine cores. So you need to grind out and scavenge a bunch of different resources in order to make a lure. Make it difficult to get, make it possible to get, and make it so that the amount of investment of grinding is equal to what you get. So a bunch of Thunderjaws get downed, you get a few hearts, you get a few of their large cores, which can be gotten by 4 different creatures, so that's sort of whatever large creature can get me a large core, but I want a Thunderjaw, so a bunch of Thunderjaw hearts, and then I get to control a fully equipped, or just throw a lure, not even control it, just throw a lure, and a friendly one spawns. Because in the skill trees, they have at the end, you don't need to override a mount anymore. You just whistle and one arrives. So why not have a consumable thing? Again, end game skill tree that you get later on, high level. But have it there.
Just don't make it buyable.
Don't make it buyable. Have at the moment the hearts and the cores only exist in the game to sell for shards, for currency. I think the hearts you trade some of them for outfits, but the cores do nothing but here's basically money in the form of not money. So have them be now part of the crafting system. It's in the game. You have a huge crafting system already. You don't even need to make a new thing for a new craftable. Just make a new craftable tied into an existing, currently useless item, resource.
Yeah.
And the last thing is just more stuff. I want more story, because the story itself, good, sort of short, but there's also enough side stuff that I love the hell out of the entire world. Just give me more. Just give me more. It looked so cool.
Biggest thing I want in it is when stuff looks climbable, let you climb it.
Yeah. Well, that's their first open world, whatever. That sort of stuff is going to get fixed in the sequel anyway.
Yeah, but you have to admit, certain scalable looking objects, you try and do it, and you just jump in. Unless it's got a yellow tinge, you cannot climb it.
Yeah, they've definitely done the Uncharted thing where they very clearly signpost it. And sometimes you do a certain Skyrim-esque horse mounting jumping up a mountain to get somewhere. But that shit will get fixed in the sequel.
Hopefully, it took Uncharted 4 games to get that right.
Yeah, but Guerrilla have the experience of Uncharted to know, and GTA 5, and Horizon, and Far Cry, and this, and that, and everything else that does this. Tomb Raider. So they just need to look into the industry and go, okay, that's what they're doing. This is what we did from looking at that. Now that we have our own experience and looking at the industry, we can now combine it and go, okay, this is how we fix it technically and visually. I fully expect that to just get fixed in the sequel.
Do you want
not,
a sequel?
Then they're just lazy. Do I? Yes. It's a game that sort of ends. It's a great first game in what I imagine to be a written trilogy. I just hope that they treat the second game the same way most trilogies, or should.
Yeah,
most
get
trilogies
that. Should.
Most trilogies treat the middle as just the ending part one. Matrix is a good example because the second one was stupid and was basically just, here's the ending part one.
And then
Lord of the
they
Rings?
did a Mass Effect 3 with the Matrix because the last film was kind of disappointing.
Shut up about that.
No, Matrix 3, you have to admit,
we're talking about
the ending of it
trilogy.
Was not the best ending in that trilogy.
No, the second and third movies were shit. They just wanted Neo to be Jesus.
Even though, with what I've seen, have you ever heard of Film Theory and Game Theory on YouTube?
Yes, of course.
Well, they did a theory on the Matrix, and it was, Neo is not the chosen one, it's Agent Smith. And if you watch it, it really makes sense.
I think I did watch that partially, but then I realized I didn't care. The Matrix 1 was good enough on its own. The trilogy didn't necessarily have to happen. I'm not invested in the movie series, so I stopped watching.
Watch the Animatrix, that's actually good.
No, I've got other shit to watch.
Yeah, but you don't watch them.
I know, because I've got other shit to watch.
What are you watching at the minute?
At the minute, nothing.
Exactly.
Because I've got other stuff. I've got other stuff to do. Well, I'm watching a lot of Tabletop from Geek and Sundry.
I think the only tabletop stuff I really watch is Table Flip Game Grumps.
That largely varied in quality. And the fact that it was cancelled, not surprising.
I did not know Table Flip was cancelled.
Did you not notice that there hasn't been an episode in about a year?
That doesn't mean it's cancelled. It may be on hiatus. You know, like these TV shows that go on hiatus for years and then all of a sudden...
And then get cancelled.
Oh, I can say like Samurai Jack. That's now we've got a new series.
Okay. Give me 10 examples where a show on hiatus came back.
Okay.
Successfully.
Okay, let me think. Samurai Jack?
Yes. 1.
Berserk. Even though the art...
Never heard of it.
It's an anime, so you wouldn't have.
Fair enough.
Even though the art style is horrible. I hate
Go
the art
on.
style.
Of what came back, or just
Berserk.
of the anime in general?
No, I love... Berserk is one of my favourite animes of all time. I've even got the Mark of the Sacrifice tattoo. But the art style of the new series, it's that cel-shaded 3D type thing. And it doesn't work. It doesn't work at all. I've just thought of another one, but it's an anime, and it's Blue Exorcist.
Anyway, 2.
You really need to watch anime.
Are you just glossing over my challenge, or are you conceding that you can't think of enough series that go on hiatus and actually come back successfully?
I am not giving up, because by next podcast I will have about 20, maybe more.
You cannot Google this answer. You need to yourself.
I don't watch enough TV shows that do that.
Most
I watch
shows,
YouTube. I watch anime. I kind of watch Netflix.
Most shows
Dragon Ball.
that go on hiatus.
Dragon Ball Super.
Was that on hiatus?
Yeah, that was on hiatus. I think in Japan that stopped in late 90s and it came back in 2014, 2015.
Oh, okay. I again don't watch anime, so I just know Dragon Ball Z or just the Dragon Ball whatever has been going on since forever.
It's been going on around about 30 years, if you include the hiatus.
I just never thought that would go on hiatus.
Okay. And I'm going to put a challenge to Phoenix or Chris right now, because he never did it last time. If you've made it to the halfway point right now, you'll see a little trophy that goes ping and says well done.
I can do that, sure.
You never did it last time.
It was the 0 episode.
Yes, but we treat it as a... No, we never. We really never treat that as a normal episode. It was like, we need to record. We put this on long enough. Let's do episode 0. And it turned into you talking about Ryder not having a dick.
Okay, yeah. But that was your fault of just us not being recording at all. Because it was your idea for the podcast. I basically said, sure, if I'm free. And then suddenly I was graphics designer, editor, co-host. I was like, fuck it, sure. But you basically said, hey, I'm doing a podcast. Do you want to come on it every now and again?
No, I said, I'm doing a podcast. Do you want to be co-host? If you look back on the Twitter, it says, do you want to be part of it?
Yeah, part of it. I just assumed, like, whenever the fuck.
You leave me now. You take away the biggest part of me. I'm not doing that because my voice cannot go high enough for the next part. No.
Please don't go. Where did that song come from, by the way? Because I was just angry at you.
And now you love me again.
Was that just your plan all along, just to get me to sing and be your Disney princess? Is that all I am to you?
No, you're one of the ugly stepsisters.
Well, at least in the Disney version they didn't die, so I'm happy.
I'm talking about the original Brothers Grimm.
Well then, fuck you. 'Cause I don't want to die.
You don't. They don't
in
die.
branded hot iron.
You have to cut off your toe. They don't. You have to cut off your toes and put it in a glass slipper. Why is it a slipper? Who calls a high heel
Do you
a
not
slipper?
remember the ending? That's what they did to try and fit their feet into the slipper.
Yeah, but it's not a slipper.
Whatever the fuck, I'm talking about the ending.
Yeah, I know they cut their toes off to try and get it in the shoe. I don't remember them dying.
That's Yeah, the ending was the king's punishment once he found the actual Cinderella was he put the sisters into like these iron boots that they were like welded on with hot coals underneath so that they were forced to dance constantly on these feet, the toes cut off, burnt to fuck, welded on iron shoes that was constantly heated or at least heated enough that they will die before that becomes an issue.
I've already thought of a bright side to this situation.
They're
At least
dead.
they've cauterized the wounds.
Exactly.
Cauterized.
Cauterized.
I did not know that's how it ended.
Probably also infected. Like,
Yeah. Are you
all
serious?
the
It
way
ends
infected.
like that?
Brothers Grimm is more grim than you might think.
Well, I know some of the origins of the original fairy tales. How did we get from talking about how angry I was to Horizon to fairy tales?
This is your...
No, it's not, because you said you were a Disney princess.
Yeah, because you made me sing, so it's your fault.
Phoenix, let it go.
It's your fault.
Let it
Oh,
go.
shut no! Not that I hate I hate that movie is the bane. I hate in all of my capacity to
You hate...
Everyone loved that movie for the wrong reasons, and it was just a bad movie.
I will say, and say what you want, it was a decent movie. Decent.
No, it wasn't.
But it didn't deserve the hype it got.
It wasn't even decent. It was
Well, I grew up
terrible.
I grew up watching Disney films, even though I will say Tangled is better.
Even yes! Thank you! Like, everyone gave Frozen the love because it was the first Disney movie where getting a man wasn't the thing. Tangled did it before then, and even before then, Mulan did it in the 90s!
Yeah, but Mulan did get the man.
But her purpose was to save China.
And if you want to be like that, Avatar's a rip-off of Pocahontas.
We're not talking about that. We're talking about how everyone gave
I know.
praise to Frozen.
It didn't deserve the hype it
wrong.
got. Tangled was a far better movie.
Mulan was a better inspiration to girls than most other Disney movies, and Frozen is shit on... Ugh. Hate that movie.
Yeah, but
I'm also pissed off that the live-action Mulan will not have singing, so there's going to be no rendition of "I'm Gonna Make a Man Out of You," and that angers me. This is the angry episode.
I came for a musical. I want my goddamn musical.
This is what happens when Brexit is allowed to happen.
This is what happens when there hasn't been a Tatey Blight in so many years.
Fuck you.
You started it.
There's a difference between bad politicians and famine, and that was also your people's fault.
Hey, I wasn't alive then, so you can't blame me.
I can blame your people.
Let my people go.
Well, that better movie.
In fact, that is a decent movie. I do like The Prince of Egypt.
Better movie. You can... I'll allow you that quote.
And, what's the other one that they did? After Prince of Egypt?
I can't remember the chronology of all of the Disney movies.
See, these weren't Disney movies.
I can't remember the chronology of all animated movies.
I can. There was Snow White.
Shut up. Actually, I've been downloading the Disney movies to watch
really
them
say
all,
that?
just to see, like, I don't care. Just to see, like, does the animation and the storytelling hold up to modern scrutiny? Give me the first 9 Disney theatrical released movies. In order.
First, 9?
The first 9 of them.
Movies.
First 8 of them, actually.
What Disney movies?
The Disney animated theatrically released movies.
I am Googling it.
Did you?
Because
cheater.
I do not know. All I know is there was Snow White.
Correct, in 1937.
Was Sleeping Beauty one of them?
Nope. Not in the first,
Bambi.
10. Bambi is number 4.
Okay. No, the reason I know Bambi is because that was one of the first movies that ever made me cry.
Okay, so that's that you've got the number 1 and number 4.
Fantasia?
No, don't think so. The ones that I have downloaded here: 1937 Snow White, 1940 Pinocchio, 1941 Dumbo, 1942 Bambi, 1949 Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad,
Never seen it.
1950 Cinderella, and 1951 Alice in Wonderland.
I thought Pinocchio were after them.
No, Pinocchio was the second one. 3 years after Snow White, and 10 years before Alice in Wonderland.
Oh. I think one of the last decent Disney movies was Tarzan.
Like the animated ones?
Yeah.
Or like
I'm on
like
about,
the 2D animated ones?
I'm on about the animated ones, you know, around the time of Mulan, Hunchback of Notre Dame, Tarzan.
So like the 2D ones, not the modern 3D ones.
Oh no, not the modern 3D ones. They suck.
Alright, okay. Alright. Yeah, but
When did Jungle Book come out then?
Jungle Book. I think that one was before Hunchback.
No, Hunchback of Notre Dame, what night is?
When was Jungle Book? The Jungle Book was earlier than, wasn't it?
I thought Jungle Book were a really early one.
Oh yeah, the Jungle Book would have been much earlier.
No, I'm going to say. Have you seen the new Jungle Book?
No, I don't want to see anything live action.
Do not watch it.
Like hugely. Like I don't even want to watch the new Beauty and the Beast because that's not going to hold up. But
oh no,
I'm getting dragged to it.
I really enjoyed the original Beauty and the Beast,
oh, yeah.
especially one part in it, and that's when Miss Potts sings "Tale as Old as Time" because that was good.
With her sort of weird English accent.
She sounded like Mrs. Doubtfire.
She did actually.
Yeah, now you think about it, it was Mrs. Doubtfire as a kettle. No, she was a pot. Teapot.
Well, yeah, she was a pot.
And that's
So,
the thing.
what's that actress'
Americans, this is how you do tea. You add milk.
We also add the tea bag and do other things.
Oh, when I've seen it, they have it, and they have black tea with sugar. Like, that is not a proper cup of tea. You have your cup, then you put in the tea bag, the hot water, and then the milk. Milk always comes after. That's how you make a proper cup of tea.
So you're saying milk is the last thing?
Yeah, milk is the final thing you put in. But most Americans, when they drink tea, they don't add milk. I don't think they know what a decent cup of tea would be if it came up to them and kind of just went, here.
They wouldn't know a good cup of tea if it scalded them in the face.
That would be a good cup of tea.
Okay, so what topic are we on now? Because
I don't know, we were talking about Disney movies.
I talked about Horizon, and then we went into a 30-minute long tangent, and now it's your turn.
Rocket League.
Okay, sure.
I do not like the new update.
The
Drop
new
shot.
game,
I do not like
game
it.
type?
Yeah, I don't like it. Because I'm really bad at it.
It's not good, I'm bad at it, it sucks, I hate it.
I really do. Because every time I've played Rocket League with people, and you will know this, you're semi-decent at flying, yeah?
Ish.
You're semi-decent at flying when it comes to Rocket League. I've always been ground. And on this, I have to fly. I cannot fly. So I hate this game. It sucks.
Well, yeah. It's definitely made for certain play types.
I've always been on the ground chipping balls. Why is that so I think we found the intro. Okay, you know, I've always been on the ground, knocking the balls up into the air for someone to hit it. Shut up!
Yeah, we found our intro. I'm just gonna make a note of that.
Well, I've always been on the ground knocking the ball into the air for someone to hit, but on this one I have to fly, and I cannot do it. It is horrible. There's not even training mode. I was laughing about that. I said I was chipping balls.
It's just anyway. Rocket League, yeah, the new one. I've not. Also,
Yeah,
even just cause I have to. Whew, anyway, the one of the best things about Rocket League is even if you were against a team that were professional level, they are kicking your ass, or maybe they're just lucky as fuck and they're kicking your ass 11-1. Everything else about that game is so well done that the match is still fun.
Unless you're using 10-0.
I mean, even then, you can joke about it and have fun with it.
The only problem I have with that, I know you say it's fun, but they've finally sorted it out, is people who fucking spam the chat.
Oh yeah, the spammers are gone, and that's the best thing about. But here's the thing.
Used to have... Okay, you go ahead.
Yeah, well, just to finish this point, Rocket League was always a fun, quick little 10 minutes of this, and we'll move on to the next game. It doesn't matter. Drop Shot, as much as it's new, as much as people are trying to figure it out, and as much as they need to learn the new skill of flying, learning the new skill of just Rocket League in general back when it first released was a fun experience. Drop Shot is not a fun experience.
I think the best game mode that they came out with, well, the one I enjoyed the most, is hockey.
Was which
hockey.
One? Yeah, hockey was good. I still like basketball.
Hockey.
Even though I don't.
Hockey.
The one that I've been playing the most for the last 6 months was the one with Super. I can just mute you. You know that, right? I'm editing these. I can just mute you entirely.
Yeah, but you won't, because it made me look like a dick just saying hockey over everything you're saying.
Okay, here's the intro then, if we're going to do this. It's just going to be you saying that phrase with just you in the background going, hockey, 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 hockey.
No, I think you're going to enjoy the chipping balls one even more.
Maybe it'll be a weird outro. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Anyway.
just fades out in all yours. Hockey, 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 hockey. What about this jam? That was fun.
Oh, this jam was terrible. I played it for an hour. It's horrible. I hate you for making me say, put it up. But at least it was free. It was PlayStation Plus. I'm not invested in it. As soon as I said, hang on, this is shit, I deleted it. It's gone. And I'm happy to have the space back.
And then I got an angry tweet.
Oh my god. That game is terrible.
Well,
Why? No, shut up. Why do they have it so that the X button creates a shield, but also if you time it right, you get a really good throw back? Disc Jam, if you don't know, is basically frisbee tennis with weird superpowers. But the controls on it, where you can charge up when the disc is coming towards you, and create a shield to make your super thing go better. But also, if you hit the button at the exact right time, you catch it, you use up your special built-up power, and you can throw it back super quick at the bad guy, your enemy, whoever. Don't make the button the same, because I fucking hit the frisbee off the shield more than I did the super fast, perfect timed thing, and it was such a poorly configured button configuration.
The reason I'm more angry with it is because I don't know if you'll agree with me, that game did have a kind of potential. That could have been fun.
It had a good concept.
Yeah, that game could have been really fun, but the way they executed it, it was so bad. I just needed Chris to play it just to confirm how bad it was.
Bad.
And that was my revenge
bad.
for making him tell me that I've beat Mass Effect 3.
This is the angry episode.
You cut out for me there, what'd you say?
This is the angry episode.
Yeah, this is the angry... You can title it the angry episode.
I'm just gonna title it "Fuck You."
I don't care if you watch. This is episode 1, also known as the emo episode.
No, we're not emo. We're angry. There's a difference.
Yeah, but we're emotionally angry,
Just
and we just need to let it go.
Oh, shut up! I will find you. I will stab you.
That's another film you need to watch if you haven't. Have you seen Taken?
Yeah. Oh, right, yeah, that actually just clicked with me, his "I will find you." Yeah, okay.
Do you have a certain set of skills?
I do, but they are not the bane of people like you. They're more like Rocket League and SolidWorks CAD and 3D printing, not I can stab you and shoot you and do all sorts of ninja stuff.
This is going to be so rambling.
I was inadvertently Liam Neeson for
He's
a moment.
Irish.
That was weird. Yeah.
So you have that in common.
Yeah.
That's the only fucking thing I can do.
What? Oh, he's Irish. You're Irish. Same thing.
Yeah, but he wasn't a Viking.
He's also technically Northern Irish,
so he's the good Irish.
Oh, you.
I'm making myself an enemy to many kinds of people right now. The Irish. Last episode was the Call of Duty fan base. Chris.
What did you say about Call of? Yeah, you're definitely an enemy of me.
Yes, and after this is all ended, we shall have a huge shouting match. That'll be a case of, do you want to play Rocket League? Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. So, did you actually come up with a topic there, or was that just another tangent? Because I can't fucking remember.
No, I brought up the fact that Rocket League... I said I didn't like the new game mode, but it's really just that unless you are decent at flying, this game mode is really fucking hard to do, and I've never had to rely on myself flying. Like I said, I was always a ground person, and as Phoenix thought was the funniest thing ever, I used to chip balls up into the air. And so I always had someone there that I was a better ground person than someone would maybe be a better flyer.
Yeah, and this is definitely geared towards the flyers.
I will say one thing about Rocket League, and I don't care who you are, if you are a perma goalie, I do not like you.
Yeah, temp goalies are necessary, but perma goalies, just get out and play the game.
If you have bought the game, or even if you got it free, you are wasting your download by just staying in the fucking goal, and I really, 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 really do not like you.
This is also one of the reasons why I play the basketball and the superpower ones, because
Superpower one?
In one,
the one where you get the random buff.
The power-ups. Yeah, there either is no goalie because you can't goal hoops, or at least you can't do it very well, because as good as you can be at flying, there is a very slow build-up when you're trying to fly up through the hoop to block it. So you can't do it very well there. And also, some of the power-ups force you out of the goal. Like, as blue team against red team, I can make a red perma goalie just have constant boost going on for like 5 or 6 seconds, and they just fucking shoot out of there. Or I just drive into them with the... There's ways in the superpower one where you just have to play for fun.
But even a bad goalie can be a good perma goalie. That's the problem.
Yeah. Yeah, playing goalie in Rocket League is not the way to do it.
Okay, that was the Rocket League rant. Do you have anything you want to rant about for the next 10 minutes?
The Rocket League, Disc Jam, whatever the fuck, Liam Neeson tangent.
So, today's podcast has been Nier, Horizon, Disney. I got Chris to sing. He had a laughing attack when he heard the words chipping balls, and...
Well, it was also the fact that you yourself just broke your own shit laughing.
Yeah, because...
Going, oh, I just said that.
Yeah, because I didn't realise how it would come out. So, yeah, it's a short topic for 10 minutes.
Yeah. You got anything else to talk about?
Only other thing I could talk about right now is Kingdom Hearts and how I'm really looking forward... Oh no, Persona. I want Persona. I've ordered the collector's edition. I need that game.
Okay, that's good. I've, once again, played neither of those franchises.
You never played Persona?
Nope.
Do you like JRPGs?
Sure. I've not played enough of them to actually say yes or no, to be honest.
Okay, you like Disney, don't you?
I'm a fan.
Do you like... I would say, do you like Final Fantasy? And if I remember you...
I've never played. I've never played Final Fantasy.
Oh my god! This is horrible. You need to play Kingdom Hearts. But you've got too big a backlog, as you keep reminding me.
I need to do what?
You need to play Kingdom Hearts.
Do I? Do I really?
Yes, you do, because you need to see...
Didn't they... Didn't they announce the third one 4 years ago?
I think they announced the third one in like 2013.
4 years ago?
Yeah.
2013 would mathematically turn out to be 4 years ago this year.
It's the only franchise I really know where every side game's actually canon. So you need to play all the games to understand the story.
Well then no! How many games are there?
10?
I'm not buying 10 games to understand
all
the story.
You don't need to buy 10 games, you can buy 2. Because there's the 1.5, 2.5 coming out on PS4, and there's 2.8. And it's on PS4.
How much story is in the side stuff then?
A lot.
Is it necessary for 3? Because I'm not getting burned
yes.
by The Witcher again. I'm not getting them then, because I got burned by this with The Witcher.
The Witcher's good. But
I don't care if The Witcher is good. I bought 3 being told, hey, you can play immediately in the third game.
No, you can't.
I was told this. I was expressly told this by a few people. And I was like, I want to. Clearly it's a good RPG, but is it a good enough... Or is it a proper way to start... Like, have they thought themselves new people might come into the series on the third game? Let's at least tutorialize it and sum it up to allow new people. And I was told, yes, it's a fine enough jumping in point. You can do it well enough. Oh, you can't!
You can tell they tried to do it, but you don't need to play the first game. That is all I can say. You kind of need to know the basics of the second game.
Well, that's the thing. I have the first and the second game on Steam. So, in theory, I could play the entire series. The first 2 on Steam, and then the third one on PS4. But I'm also so annoyed by the my original experience with The Witcher 3 that I'm like, no, I don't care how well written it is. I don't care how good it is. I've got other better shit to do.
You have something better than The Witcher. I doubt it.
I've got D&D to write.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Well, I suppose that's it. We're coming up on the hour mark.
Sort of, yeah. Well, we should, just for editing purposes, we should probably go over an hour.
Yeah, I'm just saying, to recap, we've done Nier, best game ever made. No, it's not, but I enjoy it. Horizon, Disney, Rocket League, Liam Neeson, who I think could take Chuck Norris. I will say that.
What, like actor versus actor, or like their careers? Because
I don't
Chuck
really
Norris
watch a
is
lot of Chuck Norris. I'm just saying, do you know the whole meme like Chuck Norris can do this and all that?
Yeah, I know the meme, but like he genuinely is a martial arts expert.
Yep.
Whereas Liam Neeson has stunt guys to do his stuff.
Okay, Jackie Chan could take on Chuck Norris.
I'd like to see that.
I know in the big feuds back in the days were Van Damme and Seagal.
Van Damme and who?
Steven Seagal.
Oh, Van Damme could kick Seagal's ass. That guy's fat.
Hey, we fat people find that offensive. Well,
yeah, but it's true.
He's it is true. But I have never enjoyed one of Seagal's movies. But I've watched tons of Van Damme's and enjoyed the majority of them.
I've seen that I can recall 2 Seagal movies, but I couldn't tell you the name of either of them.
Same here.
Which, in and of itself, should tell you a lot about, Machete doesn't count because he was there for 10 minutes.
I enjoyed Machete.
Machete was good. They've actually released the other 2 movies, and I need to watch those.
No, they only released one of them.
I thought they released both of them, the one in space and the one...
No, that I think...
Yeah.
I don't even know if that's going to happen. Because they did release Machete Kills Again, but...
Yeah. Are we not getting...
I don't think they did Machete Kills Again in space. I don't think that came out.
They should. That is such a... so stupid, so good story.
It's so over the top. It's really fun.
I mean... Saints Row did it. They did an entire DLC of Saints in space.
Yeah. I enjoyed the Gangsters in Space DLC.
Oh, Gangsters in Space, yeah. Oh, it was a good DLC, but I'm saying that the story of it was so bullshit and batshit crazy that it fucking...
So every Saints Row game...
Machete needs to do that.
In fact, I don't think Danny Trejo's been in recently. Well, a big film like that. We were the star in a long time.
Danny Trejo's only ever been the star in Machete, hasn't he? Every other time he's been a secondary character.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think they're the only 2 proper leading roles he's had.
Yeah.
I can remember him in Spy Kids.
As the weird uncle.
Yeah. What else?
He was in Breaking Bad.
He was in Breaking Bad?
Yeah. For 2 episodes.
Huh.
I think.
Can't remember that.
Do you remember the guy who got his head cut off and stuck on the back of the tortoise?
That was Danny Trejo.
That was Danny Trejo. If I remember correctly, that was Danny Trejo.
I don't know that was Danny Trejo.
I've not watched that episode since it first came out years ago, but if memory serves correctly, that's Danny Trejo. I think the most recent thing I've seen him in was actually the YouTube series Man at Arms, where they made I think it was the Battlefield World War One melee weapons.
Okay. And everyone should watch Man at Arms. That's if you're into video games at all, you need to watch that. Some of the weapons they create are really good.
They are genuine armorers and forgers, and they just take the designs from video games, cartoons, anime, and just go, "Yep, we'll make that."
I can't remember if
they made Kratos' new app. Did they make the Keyblade? I don't think so.
If they haven't, they need to make the Keyblade. One of the coolest ones I saw was when they made the Bloodborne Saw Cleaver.
It was the which?
Bloodborne Saw Cleaver.
That looks...
Have you not seen that?
Fucking vicious. Oh yeah, I've seen it. That looks fucking vicious. Entirely impractical in the real life. But it looks fucking vicious.
Did they make Cloud's Buster Sword?
Yeah, I think so.
I think they made Sephiroth's Masamune. They did...
They've made so many, I can't fucking remember.
They did Kirito's sword. Yeah, what they can do and how the final product turns out, they are so good at what they do.
It must be over 100 weapons at this stage.
I will have to watch the Kratos one because I have not seen that one.
Oh yeah, the new Kratos axe. They also did Man at Arms, the Viking Dane axe. That was weird seeing how an axe head gets made, because I assumed they just took one block and like tried to cut out a hole, where they actually forged like 4 different pieces together. I was like, oh, okay, that's how it gets done.
I am currently looking up the playlist, see what they have made.
Just tell me the number, because that's what I'm interested in. Like, how many weapons have they made?
116.
Yes, I was close. I said over 100.
Yeah, I'm just looking at stuff. Oh, they made Riddick's Ulax.
Oh yeah, they made the Riddick weapons.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
And for Overwatch fans, that they made Genji's sword.
Oh, they did it. I can't remember which Call of Duty, but one of the Call of Duties has like a lighted blade sword
I
thing.
think that may be Black Ops 3.
It's one of the Black Ops.
Oh my god, they made Shredder's helmet. And arm blades.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
This is
They have done a few.
really cool. I'm enjoying this.
Yeah.
Just looking at this.
Yeah, now it's not even a podcast. It's just us listening to you go through a playlist.
Okay, yeah. What else? They made Drax's daggers from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Basically, if you have free time, you appreciate craftsmanship, and you're a nerd, go watch Man at Arms Reforged. I mean, it starts with Man at Arms, and there's about, God only knows, 50 plus episodes there. And then there's Man at Arms Reforged, which is a different business, different people even as well. But it's the same thing. Basically, they take weapons from video games, from our anime, from cartoons, and they say, yep, we're going to make those in the real world. Like, the original series, the one that I do remember, was the Minecraft Diamond Sword, which is...
Oh yeah,
it's actually, like, pointed. It's actually, like, pointed and absurd to look at. And they treat the metal in a way that it looks the right color.
Holy shit.
Stop looking up YouTube videos.
And for the older people out there who remember Thundercats, they made Lion-O's sword.
Yeah, they've done a lot.
They made the Jake sword from Adventure Time.
Yeah, they did that too. That was the original series. And they've done 3 or 4 from Game of Thrones. Like, they did Jon Snow's, and they've done Jaime Lannister's sword.
Okay. I need to stop looking at this.
Did they only do 2? I thought they did more Game of Thrones.
I'm seeing Needle from Game of Thrones.
Oh, they did Needle. Okay, so there's the 3rd one. Because I know they did Jaime Lannister's, and I know they did Jon Snow's.
Okay. They did... Oh, the Hattori Hanzo sword from Kill Bill.
Yeah, basically they do a lot of weapons. Why are we advertising for their channel?
Because it's good. So what you should do is you should subscribe to Overwatch, leave a like, thumbs up, and then go watch them.
So is that the angry outro?
No, the angry outro is Discord's a piece of shit. Chris is okay, I guess.
Yes.
And we've been recording for an hour and 5 minutes, and as always, I've done the intro, so I shall leave the outro to you.
You just did the outro.
No, it's your outro.
He did the outro. Same again. Bye.